All week I've been telling Dylan it's going to be a really long episode, so he's curious, I think, to work out what that means.
Well, I just want to see what topic could possibly take up more time than the Twin Cities episode. That's what I want to know.
Dylan, how would you describe this podcast to any beautiful new listeners we might have?
Oh, Lonnie, it's a podcast about you and I being together, staying in touch, and basically it's about us missing each other, hence the name. And basically each week we take each other through different topics, and that could be anything, Lonnie. There's no limits. Life, pop culture, everything in between.
Thank you, Dylan, and thank you, our beautiful listeners. And that's all of you. Everyone who listens to this show is very beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Mum and Will, love yous.
It is my turn this week to take us on our journey. And today that journey starts back in time.
Oh, okay.
Dylan Hallas, where were you and what were you doing between Tuesday the 22nd of June and Thursday the 24th of June 2010?
Probably at school, right?
Yeah, well, we
Both
were in
of us?
year 11.
Yeah. Probably doing some legal studies.
Well, I was going to say that. It was the last week of term 2 for us. I looked it up.
Yeah. Was that when you made me fail that legal studies assignment by getting me hooked on Google Pac-Man? Was that it?
Is that when you neglected all personal responsibility? Yeah, maybe.
Your fault.
I passed, so...
Yeah, well, it was a sabotage mission, wasn't it?
So that's what we were doing. Well, over these 3 days in 2010 in London, England, can you please guess what John Eisner and Nicholas Mahout were doing?
Playing Scrabble.
Ooh, almost. Not Scrabble. Here's the thing, Dylan. If these guys were film actors, they would be in Amra Ekta Cinema Banabu, which in English is called The Innocents, which, according to Wikipedia, is the longest non-experimental film ever made. How long do you reckon this film is?
20 hours.
Oh, close. It's 1,265 minutes, which is a bit over 21 hours.
I was close.
You were close.
Usually overshoot by a mile. But...
Yeah.
Okay.
But they didn't do that, okay? That's not them.
Okay.
Another hint, Dylan. Maybe if they were a little less prestigious, they'd be on TV, and they'd be on Coronation Street, which is the longest running soap opera of all time. Have you ever seen any Coronation Street, Dylan?
No, I've never heard of it.
Well, it started in 1960, and it has had 10,260 episodes at the time of writing my notes, so they've probably done a few more since then.
Maybe, yeah.
Fun fact, Wikipedia lists the opening theme in their little information box. For Coronation Street, the theme is called Coronation Street Theme.
Very apt title.
Very apt. You wouldn't have that for another show, would you?
No, why would you?
No. Back to long things, Dylan.
Hello.
We're talking about John Eisner and Nicholas Mahout, but if we were talking about Sridhar Chilal, who would we be talking about, Dylan? What do you reckon his long claim to fame is?
I think I'm getting the theme of the episode. Oh no. Longest book ever written?
Oh, we won't be getting to that in a little bit, but This guy has the longest fingernails in the world.
Gross.
Well, he did. He had them, right? In a couple of years ago, I'm not sure exactly when, he had them cut off. Now, you're wondering
Heresy.
You wonder why he had them in the first place. I'm sure.
That's the question on my mind, Lonnie, yes.
Well, he told The Guardian when they were cut off that a teacher told him off when he actually broke a long nail the teacher had grown. Don't know how? Bit weird. The teacher told Chilal that he wouldn't understand the kind of care it took not to break a long nail unless he did it himself.
This is the epitome of that Michael Jordan and I took that personally meme.
Very, very, very much so. So yeah, for 66 years he grew these nails out, and they got to a combined length of 29 feet and 10 inches, which is about 9 meters, which is as long as a bus.
Well, with the nails, because I think I've seen some either in Ripley's, believe it or not, or Guinness World Records, don't they like end up curling inside?
Yeah,
themselves?
they do curl. And it's funny you mentioned Ripley's because when they cut these nails off with a power tool,
Oh, jeez.
I know, right? They're now on display in the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Times Square.
Gross.
Yeah, you can go see them.
No. Why would you? Filthy. Ew. Blech.
Have you been to Ripley's at the Gold Coast?
Yeah.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I tried to look up why people actually grow their nails long, but I couldn't really find any reasons. I just think it's creepy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It accomplishes nothing.
And you can't do anything. You can't sleep properly. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
How do you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I know. Ooh. A bidet?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's not think about it, okay? Okay, some more long things before we get to the topic.
Okay.
Quick fire round. The world's longest meat hot dog measured 203 meters.
Okay.
Nothing to say to that? No?
Well, it's a long hot dog. I'll say stuff about it. That is long, Lonnie. That's very long. That's amazing. That's incredible. That's so long.
It's longer than any meat dog you've ever had before. Meat dog, hot dog. I just realised they've said it's the longest meat hot dog. I guess in case there's ever a non-meat hot dog out there that's longer.
Yeah, like a Beyond Meat hot dog, maybe.
Yeah. I'd eat that.
Veggie dog.
Now, on Wikipedia, it's kind of weird about this hot dog that was made by Novex in Paraguay in 2011. There's this section called Technical Challenges.
Yeah.
And it begins as thus, Dylan.
Okay.
Creating a long hot dog is not much of a feat. This is because the hot dog is structurally quite sound and remarkably flexible.
Mm.
I still think a 203 metre hot dog is pretty remarkable, personally.
Oh, yeah. So is it stayed like the same girth and diameter of a normal hot dog, I'm guessing?
They go on to say that I think the hard part is actually getting the bun that long, which makes sense, I guess, because the meat you can just sort of get a long, factory line sort of situation, but the bread has to go all the way around it to get the hot dog, I guess. But it kind of reads to me as if it's the guys who tried and failed to win the world record, and then now Wikipedia being like, it's actually not that impressive when you think about it. Still, pretty long. Longer than I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
But Eisner and Mahout were not there, as far as I know.
Wow.
The longest steel roller coaster, Dylan, is in Japan, and it's called the Steel Dragon 2000.
Oh, sick name.
It's a pretty good name, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was built in the year 2000. Makes sense.
As much as anything?
Because it's called the Steel Dragon 2000, so...
Ah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the Nagashima Spa Land Theme Park, and it is 2,479 metres long.
Jesus. How long does it take for one ride?
I didn't find that out, but I think probably a week.
Overshooting.
Too long? Yeah, too long.
Too long.
I don't like roller coasters. I've never actually been on one, but that sounds pretty long to me.
Wait, you've never been on a roller coaster?
Define roller coaster, I suppose. I think I went on the teacups as a kid at the show or something, but
not a roller coaster.
Yeah, exactly.
At all. So you haven't been on the Cyclone at Dreamworld, or?
I've never been in Dreamworld.
Lonnie,
I'm not fun, Dylan. You know this about me. I don't do fun things.
So have you ever been to a theme park at all?
Yeah. Just don't come on the rides.
Goodness sake. Okay, sure. You do you.
I will do me, Dylan. Okay. So, Eisner and Mahout, as far as I can tell, have never actually been on that roller coaster. But they might have. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah.
Is this annoying you yet? Do you just want to get to the story?
No, come on. You could never annoy me, Lonnie.
Well, our listeners know the theme already because they know the title of the show, but you don't.
Oh, yeah. Never thought about it that way.
Okay. Well, he's going to be here no matter what, so that's fine. Our listener is going to be here for us no matter what we do.
Okay.
A few people, Dylan, have claimed to have written the longest sentence ever.
Who? Who dares make these claims?
Well, it's kind of a nebulous term because theoretically the sentence could just keep going forever and ever. So can you really say
Wow.
you've written the longest one?
You could just write just words non-stop. Just don't put apostrophes or full stops.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And do you think that's what Eyes to Remember Heat were doing in 2010?
Surely not, Lonnie. Surely not.
There have been some books, though, that are basically one sentence long. There's one called Solar Bones by Mike McCormack. Ducks, Newburyport by Lucy Ellman. My favourite title of the longest one-sentence book is This Book is the Longest Sentence Ever Written and Then Published by Dave Cowan. And it really satisfyingly has had 1,100,000... Wait, how do I say this?
1,100,000.
1,100,000...
Do you mean 111,000?
111,000. And then 111 words. Yeah, that's right. 111, 111. Thank you. Very pleasing. Hard to say, though.
Apparently.
Okay. Now, Dylan, we're not going to be talking about the longest sentence, or building the longest roller coaster, or cooking up the longest hot dog, or growing the longest nails, or even the longest running soap opera, or the longest film. Okay. What do you think we're going to be talking about today?
The longest penis.
Okay. Okay,
No?
Dylan.
Wrong?
Make it a bit crass all of a sudden.
Well, I don't know where you're going with it, Lonnie. You're throwing me everywhere. You're throwing me about all over the place.
You got no idea what's going to happen next, do you? I'm zigging, I'm zagging.
You're zooming, you're booming. Got nothing.
My friend Dylan, John Eisner, and Nicholas Mahut played the longest game of professional tennis ever.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty impressive.